Shut up, Meg. Special! I almost hit the wrong button. That would have been awkward. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. And before we get started, in case you didn't know, the weird chatness thing is YouTube. It has nothing to do with me or creators and all that. YouTube is now experimenting with getting rid of usernames to prevent fraud and, like, you know, pretending you're someone else and all that scam shit. So now your regular name is your chat name. Apparently you can change it to better reflect what you would like. I'm guessing grab it quick because now they're all going to be unique. Luckily, I've been Scrufdog since before the fucking internet existed, so I have Scrufdog. Anyway, we have some of the early crew in here. Joe Russ showed up early. Mr. S was here, had to step out. Mr. Egg Cake, Zap, Sparky, Chris, Franco Walker, whoever Big New 8 News is. I'm guessing that might be a normal person. Who knows? There might be someone new. Fama's here. C2S. Rusty, Rusty B. Okay, Rusty B. Captain Barrett. Let's see. Names I recognize. D Wood. Modigan. Not sure who that's supposed to be. There's Big Clive with a rave. There's Clive C. Salmon on, or Sam Online. Looks like it says Salmon Line. Sam Online. I'm guessing that's you. Sup? Grant Rennie, Jacques Attack, Mike and Co. Blood Bright. What is up? Appreciate the raid there, Big Clive. Appreciate everybody stopping by. We'll get everyone a few seconds to settle in, and then we'll do our toast. Appreciate that follow, Zach. Welcome. Ricard Deb, what's up? Wild Child. Megavolt Meister, everybody's piling here. What's up, Actalar? Got some new people, got some followers. Let's see, I'm the bum, no harm done. In the bum, no harm done. I like it. Jonathan Anonymous, welcome. You mysterious person, you. Mumphy, Grant Rennie's fallen, Verdon, Mike and Co. We got them piling in here. Ex-Kebab, all right. In case you didn't see, well, for those showing up, wow, there's a pile of them coming in probably about 3 weeks, I'm thinking there's going to be a live Pew Pew build on Discord. I can't do it on Twitch, I can't do it on YouTube, but Discord, apparently as everything is legal and safe, I can do it on them. So that's fine. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm building, like, the AR towel, the little pieces that you see behind me of Pew Pew, those are all going to be going together in a few weeks. So all I'm waiting for now, the suppressor just got approved because the ATF went back into session for doing that. And I have to wait for the action bar, which is basically a tool to make sure I can install the barrel without breaking everything. God, more follows, 250 gold. Nice, everybody. And more, yeah, they're still chilling. Verdant, Verdinite. Appreciate that follow. I missed you there. Sorry about that. But I think we're all here, so let's do our toast. They were sold out of the crisp apple, so we're going with my second favorite, the the green apple, which I kind of prefer green apples in real life anyway, but I do prefer drinking the crisp apple. So our Queen Liz is here. Twice banned pew pew. Yeah, I'm pushing the pew pew stuff here, that's for sure. Anyway, cheers everybody. Appreciate you stopping by, swinging through. We're just here to chill. What's up, Benji? Any orange stuff? Nothing really new. Just my little vape here that's basically empty. There's probably just enough for today. Maybe a little tomorrow. But that's about it. Cyberlight, I have a green apple tree. That's awesome. I would love to do that, but I don't think I'd be patient enough to wait the, 10, 15 years before they start even putting out anything. What's up, Phasma? Let's see. We have a VertoThermoWhoofle coming up in about 4.5 minutes. We have Pussies and Piano coming up in about an hour with Pianoman Rob. What's up, Wild Child? Welcome. DC Allen, C2S. Lock Watcher. Again, for those that came over from Twitch or have recently joined on YouTube, the weird username is YouTube. They are looking to slowly get rid of custom usernames to avoid fraud and scams and all that, so you can't, walk in here acting like you're Penguin Zero or some bullshit. So everybody's getting used that, so I'd go ahead and try to update that as soon as you can, because it's apparently always going to be your channel name now. Are you getting the Lego Potaloo toilet? I suppose I could there. Integral video. I saw Clive with that. That's always a possibility. I do have a couple Lego things. We did get in the mail, for those following all the stuff on Wednesday nights. We did actually get one kit from Engine DIY. You know, stuff I ordered, 3 months ago? This is the UFO kit. There's what we got in the box, anyway. There's all the bits and pieces of this particular Stirling engine that we'll be putting together. It looks, let me pull the instructions out, give you a look at the final thing. But this one showed up, and there is some other package showing up as well. But apparently it'll look something like that when it's done. And if I remember right, you don't even have to spin it. It is a self-energizing, I guess you would call it, setup. So we have that. We still got the big kit behind us that I showed you last week. That's the electric kit. Like I said, it's not actual functioning internal engine. It's more of a demonstrator piece, but it is a cool demonstrator piece that you have to assemble yourself. And as you can see, all my chat windows. But yeah, there's that. As well, we'll be doing that 5-cylinder radial. Like I said, it's not the actual internal combustion one. It's driven by a motor, but it's a cool little demonstrator. Still shadow banned from YouTube. Their support is totally useless. Yes, Sparks, I don't know why. Dave Vab, another Stirling, and yeah, that's I'm feeling like these two will actually, well, the motorized one, that's got rave reviews all over the place, and that should work fine. And this one has far less a chance of showing up with bad pistons in it, like the last kit we got. So I think we'll be pretty good on that one. At C2S Excavator, there we go. That's what you needed there, C2S. That's perfect. I built a Revel V8 model. The build fit sucked. When I was growing up, I'm old. Back when models, just plastic models and shit, you'd get at fucking Kmart and Ames. Revel was always top on that, but from what I understand, they basically got bought out by an investment company, and now they're just cheap garbage, just cheap rebadged China garbage. So that would probably explain that. Revel's like, what is it, Duracell? Everyone, oh, the copper top, it's great, but it's just another fucking investment company now. So, anyway, what do we got? Okay, we got about a minute to the VertoThermoWhoofle. Do I have that set up correctly? I do. We got some people sending in some stuff of kitty cats and pancakes and such. We'll get to those shortly. Appreciate that, Dopey Soup. Nice follow on Twitch. We're doing good on Twitch today. Much appreciated, everybody. And it is now time for the VertoThermoWhoofle. What did, Jack Attack asks, what did the other scientists at the lab say to Marie Curie every day? You look more radiant. Ah, boy, yeah. All right, VertoThermoWhoofle, here we go. Yeah. Number one. One for Freddy. Set chat on fire. Yeah. Go, baby, go. Oh, yeah. Woo. That was a good one. That held together pretty good. How are we doing? Yeah, just cold as usual, even though it's just been warm in here. My fingers are just always cold. Sure, they'll just fall off one day. That'll probably be fine. Emails. Yeah, I got the emails being monitored. Like I said, it takes a minute to get in, but it is, the problem is Felicia's, like, behind us. I'm gonna, once I do the, once I start moving some of this stuff around, which probably going to happen during Thanksgiving vacation, I'll see if I can get her, like, right there. That's Freddie the face hugger. Right there is Felicia, his girlfriend. She just doesn't really fit up there very well. And I bought a thermal camera. How can I get a woofler? Asks Cyberlight. That would be on Thingiverse. Just go on Thingiverse, type in woofler or Scrufdog, like 1F and Scrufdog, and you'll find. I think I have the original one, and then the different versions I've made. Like I have a giant woofler. I have a woofler. Like the woofler I use has a instead of just being a straight tube up, it has a anti-siphon thing, so the liquid won't leak out as much. It usually only the only leaks you get are when it comes over the side. And I'm actually, if I ever decide to print another woofler, I'm going to print one with a freaking drain catch on it. And then I got a woofler that has a lid on it with like little BigClive logo inside of it. So just on Thingiverse is where you can find them. Hasn't Trump canceled Thanksgiving? I wouldn't be surprised, but, you know, not yet. There's Jacques Attack with an email coming in. You should upload those to printables as well. Once I get back into the swing of 3D printing stuff, I can do that. I don't know, I've really been on printables too much. Microsoft Defender is going crazy today. Whether he canceled it or not, either way, I got 2 extra days off, so that'll work. And I'm currently sorting out when I'm going to do my Christmas vacation. If I can preempt it, like all our vacation days reset January 1st. And now, it's, that we're on like digital payroll, like all your vacation days should instantly become available, I would think. So hopefully I can get January 2nd off and have that day taken out of the new year. And then my last 3 days I can have off before then. And then I can have a shitload of days off in a row. And then be able to spend a couple extra days hanging out with Kill and Mike. As that will be my Christmas vacation. kind of, if that goes well, it'll be right after Christmas. Yeah, I'll be hanging out there. And we'll still, or I'll, we or I will still stream, just not at the same time because his internet it struggles a little bit, but it does all right. When it works great. When it doesn't, it just gives you the biggest FU you've ever seen. So, anyway, what's he doing to the White House? Yeah, like just tearing it down to make a big fucking ballroom. But I mean, he's got to get ready for his kingdom. So, fuck, what an asshole. Anyway, cheers to stuff. Oh, yeah, I guess we should talk about Wednesday, shouldn't we? So, Wednesday, I canceled our stream. Appreciate that, Blade GPS. So, the family stuff. Well, it turns out my stepmom has colon cancer. This is the second time she's had cancer in 5 years, which obviously is not good. She had different cancer the first time that required surgery. The advantage, quote, the thing here is colon cancer is very easy to take care of. Like they just go in, they snip out the section, they, stitch it back up. But obviously the concern here is it came back in another form relatively quickly. She should be okay. It's just obviously, they're going to need a little help because she's going to be down and out for a little while after the surgery. So, during the month of November, we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't see it cutting into like Saturday, like this stream or anything, but during the week, things may need to get shuffled around. And keep in mind that this isn't my mom we're talking about. This isn't that dumb bitch. This is my stepmom who actually like gave a shit about me and actually was a pretty strong influence on the person I have become today. So, if it was my fucking biological mother, I'd probably be throwing a fucking party. But she's already dead, so no party needed. Already had. So, anyway, so let's do a quick toast. Cheers to my stepmom for a speedy recovery and hopefully keeping everything under control in the future. And I saw everybody's comments on that video. I'm just going to let them float. Like, I appreciate all of them. I've read all of them. It's kind of hard to comment on that with everybody. You know what I mean? That's a little kind of difficult, I guess. But yeah, fuck cancer. Cancer is fucking stupid. So, but she should, like I said, she should be fine. And we'll take it from there. I'll keep you updated, as things get better, because I can't imagine they're not going to do anything but improve once the surgery happens. But it has been hitting her pretty hard. Like she's lost a lot of weight. Her appetite's all fucked up. And obviously some of that's from being sick and some of it's from the fucking stress of it. But, we'll go from there and see what happens. Your real mom is still your real mom. No, she pretty much gave that up when I was pretty young there, Grant Rennie. Like, I know many of you are very dedicated to your mothers, as you should be, if they're fucking worth it. But, yeah, I mean, quick, here's one reason, okay? Here's one reason of the many, and some are even worse, okay? Somewhere worse. This is the tame reason, just one of the many why when she died I was fucking happy. When I was 19, I hadn't heard from her for fucking months, because as soon as I turned 18, she did not give a fuck about seeing me because she didn't have to see me anymore. Like every other weekend kind of thing. Because of the divorce. My mother and father got divorced when I was like 6, and then I just was a fucking hassle to her, apparently. But anyway, so I hadn't talked to her for like months. And I get a phone call. I'm like, she's like, hey, just everything's been busy, life, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I know how that goes. And she's like, look, You know, I normally wouldn't ask, but I need your help. I need a ride. My car broke down, and I need to go talk to some people and get things sorted out so I can get this rocking and rolling. I'm like, all right, cool. So I hop in my car, take her for the drive that oddly takes us into Baltimore City. I don't know why we were going in there. But then it turns out what she actually had happened was she fucking sold her car because she ran out of money because she was so far in debt. And then she had me drive her into the city so she could go buy fucking crack. And she told me this afterwards because obviously I wouldn't take her in the fucking city to buy crack because I'm going to get in as much trouble as fucking she is. But she did not give a fuck. That's what we did. She told me afterwards. I didn't talk to her for about 10 years after that. Because I was like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way you're going to do that shit and treat me. That's basically just treating me like a fucking mule. And of course, once she came back, it was just fucking dumb shit anyway. So, insults, just belittling, all this stuff. She was just a piece of shit. So, but meanwhile, my stepmom was she was my mother. I'm sorry, no. My biological mom was my mother. My stepmom was my mom. Like, she was just cool. She did stuff. So, yeah, there's all that. Hey, what's up, Red Rum? Cheers, buddy. Appreciate you swinging through. How's your streams been going? I've been catching them when I can. I don't always say hey, but I've been watching them when they pop up. At the very least, I give you that 2 or 3 minutes so you can get that view and that like actually counts. Because remember, folks, if you're watching someone to help them get a view, you need about 30 seconds for it to count as a view. So give them a minute. Oh shit, music on Twitch. Yep, hold on. Forgot about that. Sorry, I was just been running around. Let me get you all your music. Hold on. Spotify. You know what? Rush is going on tour again, so let's play some Rush. I feel like we played Rush recently, but that's okay. Is it working? No. See, this is why you got to make sure you get this stuff running first. Oh, it's probably playing in the living room. Yep. Not like that. Don't worry, folks. We're getting there. We're getting there. Why isn't this working? Oh, it does it sometimes. Hold on a second. Let me turn that down. Why isn't it does this sometimes? I don't know why. It's something with the adapter acting funny. Like it's one of those rare unless there was an update on OBS. Let me see. I mean, well, there's always an update somewhere on audio that fucks up OBS. Device not connected. That's funny because it's sitting right there, happily connected. There we go. Music out. Why does it look like the music out is? Oh, that's got to be reselected too, I guess. Music out, monitor off. That is correct. Don't know. Let's see. Monitor only. The way OBS is, it may require a restart, which obviously I cannot do. And that's not going to work, is it? So since it didn't activate the device properly, even though it was plugged in, the only way to get it to reinitiate Twitch music would be to restart OBS so that it refines the input, which I don't understand why it didn't work because the hard input is always there. Let me double check here, make sure that's line in. Yeah, it just does not. Like I have that happen with if you have to switch the monitor, or if I don't, like if it crashes on the monitor, it won't actually give you a monitor back unless you restart OBS. So I guess we're kind of stuck not hearing that because obviously restarting the stream would not be optimal. Because I think that would fuck up Twitch. And, well, YouTube would be fine. Do we want to experiment with restarting for Twitch? I'll leave it up to y'all. Because it is working, because I can hear it. Don't understand. Well, actually, that doesn't make sense. Why should I be able to hear it and you not? Let me check another thing in this setting, because if I can hear it, you should be able to hear it, unless OBS is just really that fucking weird. That is correct. That is correct. Yeah, it's just going to need a restart. I don't know. What do you think? Palm assistance. I'm on YouTube. Yes. Okay, so everyone on YouTube is probably doesn't really. I don't know. Advanced music is the source set. Yeah, that's what I looked at. It's set to. Usually, when you switch that around. Oh, here. You know what? Let's try to do a hard switch on it. Which means I'll probably get a copyright strike. But let's see. Let me move this window over here. Music out. Currently at 42% on track 4. Monitor and output. Still nothing. Yeah, it's gonna need a restart. That's pretty typical for OBS when it comes to devices like this. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe I can get it to go from here. There we go. Woo, okay, I found it. It wasn't under advanced, you had to just go under standard properties and reselect it again. Whereas normally, I guess that would cycle through on a restart. So there you go. Alright, let me plug that in. Alright, there we go. We're good. How did medieval musicians get around? Asks Chris. Menstrual cycles. Oh boy, I hope they weren't too sticky. Okay, let's see. Let's get that window back open. How is that the wrong pin? It's the same goddamn pin for every fucking, all the phones. Alright, should be playing something. Alright, there we go. Okay. Red Wings, yes, great hockey team. And a messy dessert. Let's see. Yes, it was playing on YouTube. That's fine. I get hit by so many copyright things for music on YouTube anyway, and since I don't monetize, I generally don't get strikes, so it should be fine. At Kalar grumbles. eBay global shipping is holding my spare part back for some odd reason. 10 days arrived at the global shipping center, and they lost it. Yeah, it sucks, Akalar. A lot of time, I wonder if that has something to do with customs. Sometimes customs can just be freaking stupid. DJ Bones, what's up, buddy? We have an ad about to start on Twitch in about 40 seconds. I'll try not to do anything cool during the commercial if you get commercials. Some people get them, some people don't. It's a roll of the dice. If you're a subscriber, you don't get commercials. If you have Nitro, you don't get commercials. I don't know Amazon Prime, which is ending soon anyway. I don't know if that fucking worked. What's worse than lobsters on your piano? Crabs on your organ. That is absolutely right, Chris. That is absolutely right. Jag Attack. Scientists tried to cross cheetah and crab genes recently. Worried because it can go sideways very fast. What is your favorite animal? Mine is a baby deer. Probably a snake or a cat. Like my little Chinese thing is a snake. My like on the Chinese calendar, I'm a snake. I like snakes, but I also like cats. So that would be right about around there. I get an ag to turn off ad blockers. That's fine too. clocks go back. Oh yes, for some of you, is it just on? Because isn't Isle of Man like its own time zone, and then like there's the rest of like England and UK or whatever, and then there's other places. Is it just Isle of Man that's going back, or is it all of y'all biscuit heads over there? That's the time is, or well, yeah, spring fork, fall back, right? Yeah, thing, something. Just Isle of Man, okay. A plain bagel. Oh, oh, it's all of the UK. Okay. All right. So yeah, for everybody that's not in the UK, next week's going to be what, an hour later, something like that. I don't know. Just pay attention. It'll be different, and then eventually it'll line back up because my start time is dependent on Clive's end time. So my streams are going to be all over the place too for a few weeks. I don't know when the US time turn back. November 2nd. Oh, good. It's only, like, Christ, we've had it before where it was like weeks, but that's only going to be a week. Okay. That's fine. So we'll have 1 week of weird timing, and then we should be back. Well, and then who knows, because the US and the UK will be turned back, but who knows about the rest of the humans. And I never got an email from, I forget who said to check their email. My email, but the only one I've gotten so far is James Brown. From somebody else. Wait to see if anybody else sends stuff in. We got Red Dwarfer, Happy Little Fox, Chris and Matilda got some in. Oh, wow, we missed the top of the hour toast, didn't we? Cheers, and now we'll do some pictures. We'll start over here with the Pancake Man. Captain Barrett, what's up? Let's see. Capture. Let's see what's recent, what's old. Let's see. There we go. Oh, I figured, Brantley. I figured, buddy. All right, let's go to here. Luna taking a break while on a walk. Little poochie pal. Good little bark bark. Another new noodle flavor. Pumpkin. Oh my god. Pumpkin pie noodles. That's terrible. Terrible. There really is no need for that. Neighborhood movie night at Locke's house. Oh yeah, that's alright. Seems very blue. Is that the camera, or is that just how the lighting is? Either way, I can just chill and doing your thing with Bones and Scully sitting there up front. That'll work. Yeah, I guess for some of you, daylight savings time thing is rolling in as we go. I was not planning to bring in the peppers, but they were getting cold. Yeah, it's getting a little chilly out there pretty quickly. Thank you for those. Let's see what Kevin Hardesty has for us. Enjoying the Vikings lost with the Kitties. Wow. Very good. Good to see the kitties enjoying the, like to watch football too. That's cool. Let's see. Something just came in from Jack Attack. What does Jack Attack have for us? Don't call yourself a gamer if you haven't played Prostate Examination Simulator 4. That's one way to train. I do surely hope you spit on it first. I only drink 3 times a year, for New Year's Eve, my birthday, and whenever I can. Very good. As you should. Let's see. We're clear over there. Captain Barrett just sent us something of his ladies. Woo, woo, woo. This is Captain Barrett's favorite set of ladies right now. Doing their thing with, put some of that diametry, whatever, it's earth on there to sort out some little buggies. But doing okay. Very good. Doing well as they should. Wait a minute. What's going on there? Oh, okay. Next we have Matilda with a bunch of kitties. Or is that one kitty and lots of pictures? It's an interesting picture there. Kitties. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Another kitty. Oh, that's almost looks like Poofers. Yeah, a little Poofers clone-ish. Poofer color, a little lilac or diluted torty. Oh, real kitten butt with the Nerf dart looking thing. Is that a hug or a boop? Well, that would be probably a sleepy hug as opposed to a boop a boop. Tooth check. Mike and Co. I like the thought of weed, but I can't stand the smell of it. It smells identical to fox piss, not even joking. Some of it does, but that's why some people use different oils because you don't get that strong smell anymore. I ain't got no tail. Lieutenant Diane ain't got no tail. Well, thank you for those. Pictures of the floofers. Let's see what. There's Red Dwarfer. Let's see what we got with the Jubbinator. Chillin, almost posing. Almost looks like he needs a bow tie on right there. Good to see the. Good to see the floof doing well. What do we have here? Found this in a box of junk the neighbor's chicken chucked on the roadside. I haven't seen something that old in quite some time. And it turns on. CMOS battery is dead. Laptop battery is barely hanging in there. But that's expected for a laptop from 2006. Did have a minor fan error stopping the boot up. I just clean it. Oh, yeah. Removed the spider nest from the fan. There you go. At the fan sort, it's currently running Windows 7 Enterprise and a domain account. Not for long, huh? Oh. Found the ISOs on the Internet Archive of the original IBM install disks, all 9 of them. Ooh. Yeah, I remember doing Windows 95. I think that was 13 floppy disks I had to do. Took about 12 hours for that upgrade. Back in 90 something. Good Lord. Benji, let's see what Benji has for us. We have a birdie. It almost looks like a Oriole, but white. Oh, it's got like little bluey, fluorescent-y looking stuff. All I see is C2S saying mine is always too short and hard to train. Ah. Okay. That's noted. That's noted. Big cruise. That looks like some of the cruise boats that we're a cruise port in Baltimore for a lot of the Bahamas and Caribbean cruise lines. That doesn't look much different from the ones we see out here. Trump kid. Orange on the outside, hollow on the inside, and should be thrown out in November. Yeah, well, wrong November, but we'll get there. I mean, he'll declare himself king by then, but you know. Just chilling. What is that? Is that the star? Doesn't that mean that's like Korean or something? I feel like I used to know what that kind of. I'm guessing that's like an old MiG something. All right, just chilling, taking a smoke break, and a pigeon, otherwise known as a flying rat. Looks like he's actually posing as well. Kind of looks like the one you see on that one meme picture, like no birds allowed or something, and it's like the bird standing on the sign that matches the bird on the sign. Let's see. Chris. What does Chris have for us? I got a massive haul of components from work that would otherwise be thrown away. Several unopened boxes, unopened resistor boxes of different values. 45 pieces, bunch of capacitors, and many other goods. There's just some nice capacitors. You make a nice power bank with some of them. Or like a rail gun, I guess, if they're high enough voltage. Bunch of Wago connectors, as always, or Vago, whatever you want to call them. Oh yeah, little SD card slots. Like surface, well, not, well, yeah, well, quote, well, tiny pin fucking circuit board mounted relays. Is that like a keypad thing over there? All right. And a phone. Also, I messed up my phone screen. Oh, it's not, yeah, okay, so that's not the picture. That's just like broke. I haven't messed up. Oh, wait a minute. That's a video. I guess that's not supposed to be there. A fork in the road. At some point, I accidentally clicked on something that turned my background image on my phone into fucking rolling ads. Got rid of that real quick. Luckily, it turned out it wasn't like a scam thing. It was just a fucking game that allowed you to put ads on your phone, which is kind of derp-tastic. All right, let's see what we got going on in chat here. Mike and Co., we get giant cruise ships in Dover. Yeah, it would make sense. I know, I wonder if I imagine most of your major cruise liners have multiple boats, so I guess they can't all be at the same port. So yeah, I guess Dover would be a good one. Or I imagine they have different ports along the coast. I mean, I guess people from Florida ain't going to come up to Baltimore. It wouldn't really make much sense either. But yeah, they have a whole section down there that's just for cruise ships and vehicle storage and security and all that. So apparently it's relatively safe, but I don't, I mean, I may go on a cruise one of these days, but not now. You're fine, Rasher. Just, keep it easy breezy. At least it gave me an excuse to get a new phone. Well, new phones are good too. That is true. 63 volts, 10,000 microfarads. That's a little bit. When when I had my first car, I wish I could remember what size they were, but they were, honestly, if you like straightened out a banana, they were about that big, about the size of a banana, with screw terminals on top. And I got a bunch. They had a bunch of extra ones in electrical engineering class in high school. And the teacher was like, "I have absolutely no use for these. Do you?" And I went, hell yeah, I do." So I wired them all up in parallel and was using that for my amplifiers when I was running competition audio. Keep the keep the voltage pretty stable, and it was some scary looking shit because it looked like a fucking bomb was wired up in the back of the car with all this shit, and they were all mounted together, and it looked fucking scary. But I'm like, yeah, it's just a capacitor. But I remember when they were all wired up, it was equivalent to like 1.5 farads. God, I don't think I have. I can't imagine I'd have any pictures of that left. Because when I was taking those pictures, like there really wasn't a place to put pictures on the internet, and you didn't really have online backups and all that shit. So that might be yeah, that sounds about right, Horvac. That MiG 23. That's about the right time. Wow, why can't I think of that word? Time period. Fuck, time period about when they'd be made. I used to know a lot about. Oh, you got a bunch of them over there, Mike and Co. Okay. We've always assumed that Baltimore was one of the big ones, but if there's a bunch of them, then I guess there's just a bunch of them. TTOS redeemed. Give a toast. Okay. Let's see. Is this? Oh, yeah. Everybody, grab a. I got one fared for 18,650 weld. Yeah, that would work too. Grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab a puff, pinch a nipple, smack a butt, pet your cat, scratch your dog. Either way, cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out this evening. And again, for those joining a little late, all the usernames on YouTube that are all weird and they're your actual channel name, that is YouTube. YouTube is experimenting with getting rid of like customizable usernames to avoid fraud, scamming, making yourself look like somebody else to do schemes and shit. So, I would hurry up and update your channel names before someone else does. Because now there ain't going to be two Franco Walkers anymore. It's going to be Franco Walker number or Franco _ Walker. Just go get your names now while you still can. Change your channel names while you still can because everyone's figuring it out. And if you want your cool custom name, you get it while you can. Unless you're fine with the numbers. Which from what I can see, and I can see a lot of people have started updating them. But it looks like it's the old, what the hell was the Google version of Facebook? G something? Like when you got a username on the old Google, whatever the hell it was always a username and then 4 digits. That's when I first started seeing them appear, since I've been around, like I said, since before the fucking internet was here. But that's when I really started first seeing them with name, some sort of name and in a 4-digit code. Google Plus, that's what it was. Yeah, the one that went away. What's up, Frank, by the way? What's up, Web Deving? Yeah, so now it's all channel name. That's all YouTube. And they're randomly doing it to channels. Like, Killer Mike was streaming yesterday and it started normal, and halfway through his stream, it flicked over to this stuff. Like, they're just randomly tossing it out there, so you're just going to see it on some channels, and some channels you won't. But not many people are explaining it, I'm finding, on streams. That's why I'm just letting you know that you can let other people know, just in case people are getting pissed off at streamers saying they're, like, trying to do something weird with usernames. Like, we have zero control over it. It is 100% YouTube. There's nothing to do. So what happens if two people have the same channel name now? They don't. That's the thing. The names you're seeing, the ats, they are always unique. Like when you signed up for that at, it was unique. Like there's no other one like that. That's what actually YouTube uses. So your customizable username, that could be duplicated all over the place, but the ats are all unique to everybody. I'm supposed to be Sam Online. Yeah, I kind of figured that you weren't like Fishline, but you may want to do something with I guess that's I don't know if that's an L or a 1. Looks like an L. But yeah, you're Frank too, Cyberlight. Yeah, we have lots of Franks. More Franks are always welcome. But yeah, go to like whenever you can, as soon as you can, go there and make it what you want your name to be, and then get it as close as you can, because that's pretty much it. You're Salmon now. Yeah, we are. It's now Sam Online. I'm just probably going to call you like Salmon now. Nah, who knows? I mean, I get it. It makes sense, because I'm sure there were people changing their name and doing schemy stuff on channels and shit like that. I'm sure somebody lost money. There's probably a pending lawsuit against YouTube and Google and Alphabet, the parent company. So that's probably why they're doing this. I mean, stuff like that doesn't happen unless there's a reason, and I'm pretty sure the reason is they're probably facing some kind of a lawsuit or whatever. So, yeah, it's everyone was ever like. Apparently, it's been going on for months, but I've not seen it except for the past few days. So I don't know, but yeah. Okay, so it is the username, not the channel name, that is getting made permanent. Apparently, it is the channel name, like, um, or so that's the one I'm reading. But whatever, like Frank Netobetty, you got the Frank Netobetty 2757. Like that's the Google Plus username, or like that is your actual account thing apparently on YouTube. So whatever reads that, that's what you need to change to the other one, whatever the @ is. And I know that's on the dashboard somewhere. I think you can change it like once a week or something like that. But I know that is on YouTube somewhere because I had to adjust it for my other channel. That is, well, it'll actually never become a channel at this point. But like I have another channel, I was able to change the @ Your channel name and @ name is the same at Color. It could be that, or you could be like me. When I go into chat, it's always going to say Scrufdog because when I surf YouTube, I use my brand account. That's the other thing. Some of you may not even know that you have 2 YouTube accounts, your standard account and then your brand account. If you have done any streaming or you've done anything active on YouTube, you can have 2 accounts on your Google account. Like they're just doing everything they can to make this as confusing as fucking possible. And they just kind of do that. Whereas I on Luth chat before, Mr. Montegino? Yeah, like I did play. I haven't played Scum in a while. I'm a little frustrated with them and all the bugs. But yeah, I've been one of Luth's members, like paid members, for probably just over a year now. I actually had a role created because of me. I'm I feel like I may be one of the few people that had a role created specifically for you and didn't get banned. But nah, me and Luth, every once in a while we'll chat here and there, Discord, whatever. But nah, he's good. Right now I'm playing Surrounded, but I had some family things I need to get into with my stepmom getting cancer again. But hopefully tomorrow, I know I say this every Saturday, but I really need to get part 2 going on Surrounded because we already started our new series. So I need to get 2 going and keep going with it. Like it's literally already queued up on YouTube. I just need to do it. But if I can get my laundry done quick enough tomorrow, I may just do a longer stream as opposed to trying to plan like a 2 or 3 hour. I may just try to fire it up by like 2 or 3 o'clock and just go. Web Debbie says mine are flipped. I can't change it because my other account has the IE at the end. Oh yeah, that's if you don't know that there's 2 separate YouTube accounts, like the standard and the brand account. Like I didn't realize that. Like I had no idea that was a thing until like years later. I finally was like, why is there always 2? Why is my old account icon always there? Because I figured I just updated it to like the red one. But no, there was 2 accounts, and then I actually logged into the old account and I found all this old shit. Like all these old, so I'm like, no wonder I don't see these people anymore because it's a completely separate account. As far as I can tell, the only real difference is that your brand account cannot be gifted memberships. And I mean, obviously you would use it like, if you're like Beavis and, if your name is like Johnny McBeavis or whatever, and then your like online personality is Captain McBigballs, you would want that separation. But I guess that's the thing for me. My name is just my name. I'm just Scrufdog everywhere. Silver, what's up, buddy? Love from Sweden, and love to you too, buddy. Appreciate that. Why do we have scumbags over here? There's been an influx of scummers over here. That's awesome. Good deal. JSS Wizard, got here late. Did I miss anything? Well, if you didn't hear what I just said about my stepmom a minute ago, then yeah, you did kind of miss something. But anyway, cheers for couple of people showing up today and the donation. I'm sorry, the new people showing up today, not the couple of people. Obviously, there's more than a couple of you in here, which is also nice that I'd rather have low numbers and active chatters than high numbers and just a bunch of fucking bots. JSS. So as far as anything that's going on, my why I skipped Wednesday is my stepmom has been diagnosed with colon cancer, which that's easily treatable. It's fairly early. They didn't find anything anywhere else, but this is also the second time she's gotten a type of cancer in like 5 years. So that is the bigger concern. Obviously, she's going to have to get surgery. I'm going to be helping them out through the month of November, like from now, into the month of November. But that's what happened with Wednesday, why that got skipped. So, and yeah, like I was telling them, she's my stepmom, but she was the one that raised me because my biological mother was a piece of shit, to say the least. I'm not going to go through all that again, but she existed because she had to in my life. And then she existed in my life, apparently, to have a punching bag. But anyway, did you get a full body MRI? I don't know if it was a MRI or a scan, but yeah, she got like, I forget which one she said, but yeah, she got a full visualization, medical visualization thing, whatever you want to call it, and they said that's all they saw was there. Really, the biggest symptom was not going to bathroom quite as much because it was kind of causing a blockage, but she still does her thing, just not quite as often. It just takes a minute to get past it, like literally. But that's the only reason they figured it out. So yeah, there's that. We'll do that update. Because I know a lot of you have shown up late. But yeah, like I said, the biggest concern is 2 different cancers in 5 years. It's not great. It's not great for your body to have to go through that and, all that stuff. But either way, I'll be there for her. I'll be helping her out. And I believe we're all pretty good. She'll be fine. It's just going to take some recovery. So yeah, there's that. All right, we got Pussies and Piano in about 2.5 minutes. Got that queued up there. Click that. Let me click that. Why isn't that clicking? That's weird. All right. Pussies and Pianos. We'll get that ready. No, don't play. Okay. Anyway, let's see. It's a hard duty. My heart go out to you in your face. I appreciate that, JSS. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've converted. Yeah, I think they're actually just going to snip that section out from what we understand their FAMA, but shouldn't be a big snip because it's relatively small from what they saw. Thanks, Sept. Appreciate that. Delete that. Oh, actually, yeah, before we go to Pussy and Pianos, we got 2 more pictures. One more from Matilda and one more from Captain Bout. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, my word. So here's Matilda kicking it way old school. It looks like that was just taken. Man, I think I still own some, but they're so old they're probably demagnetized. Who knows? I don't think I own a computer that has a 3.5 anymore. But I feel like I may still have a 3.5 drive somewhere. Good luck finding a place to plug it in. I don't know that any of my motherboards have a place to plug a floppy into them. Oh, let me see. I can look directly at the gaming rig. Let me see. Pretty sure that's not going to be on a E870 chipset. Sure as hell doesn't look like it. Unless is that it? No, that's the USB 3.1. Nah, I feel like that hasn't been on motherboards for years. Can you still get motherboards with what was that? There was a slightly different standard IDE. What the hell was that? But yeah, it was a different plug and everything. I don't even remember what the hell that was called. It's been so long. You can get a floppy drive with the USB. Yeah, I've actually seen kits to actually convert your old school one to USB, or just getting a USB one, but I don't have anything on a disk I really care about. You know what I mean? That would be a lot of effort to go, oh, that's cool. Okay. And then, boop. But who knows? Dave Vab, I use a USB floppy drive. I can't imagine they're that expensive. I just don't know what I'd really do with anything. Yeah, I got myself also a sealed pack of floppy disks, says Captain Barrett. Nice. Let's see what you sent. Almost forgot I was talking to Rob about making a time-lapse video of my plants. This is my, oh yeah, that'll be good. That little phone, oh, you can't see it behind chat, but here's a picture. This right here, where my mouse is, right above the little chat thing. Here's the close-up of that. That's perfect little get up too. Yeah, you can do a time lapse, assuming you have to move the phone, just like glue that in place or zip tie it in place so that you always have the exact same spot to put it. That would be cool. I was going to do that way back in the day when I used to partake in advanced gardening, but it was so much that I had going on in that room. I just never really got the chance. That and life happens. One panel LEDs. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty good light from what we're seeing. Was IDE? What wasn't it? Oh no, that's right. It was IDE, but the other plug was different. That's right. That's right. I don't have any IDE plugs on that motherboard. Might have them on the what Intel chipset is that? The Z490. That might have it on the studio rig. I'm pretty sure I have an old computer sitting downstairs that has a one in it, but yeah, look at it this way. I'm always going to hold on to at least one known functioning drive just in case. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll find a disk that says like 1999. You have 500 bitcoins that you got out of the back of a magazine. Oh, yeah, that might be worth, plugging a drive in. God, I can imagine. I feel like way back in the day, I probably had like, what the fuck? Or like turned them down, like the Bitcoin thing. But at least I can say that I didn't pay millions of dollars for a pizza equivalent. That one guy that paid, what, 1,200 Bitcoins for a pizza way back in the day. I didn't expect all three of the seeds to start and sprout. Yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and sometimes you just have to deal with extra. It's time for Pussies and Piano. All right, let's see here. We got that. Let me pull that up over there. All right, well, we'll do Pussies and Piano. I'm going to go grab another apple cider, and we'll be back in a few minutes to continue our chitty chat. Until then, enjoy Rob and Kitty's having treats. Let's see. Let me pause the rush. It's almost at the end of the song anyway. And let's go. Thank you for that, Rob, as usual. Good tunes. Let's see, y'all. Do, 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 do. There. Anyway, let's give that a 5-minute break. Yep, button. There's the button. Is that the button? That's the button. Alright. Rasher, no personal attacks. We're trying to get past that. You can come back in about 5 minutes, see how you feel. Alright. Yeah, the dude actually hung out for extra time. I actually walked away for a little while and came back, and he hadn't left yet. So I guess he's sort of getting used to being around Ronnie. But then he finally walked away when I stepped into the room, so. But, yeah, as usual, Poofers just slammed her food, and then she went after his. But there was a piece on the floor, so I was just pointing at that. It's like, you can have that, but he's getting the rest of his. Alright. Fresh one of those. Jack attack. Let's see. Little Johnny raised his hand. Wait, what? Oh, wow. This is a whole fucking thing. Jesus. The teacher asked who could use the word fascinate in a sentence. Judy stood up and said, "Last week we learned about microbes and I found it fascinating." The teacher said, "Thank you, but I wanted you to use the exact word fascinate." Again, the teacher said, "Can anyone use the word fascinate?" Little Johnny raised his hand and she reluctantly let him answer because he's a bit of a loose cannon. He stood and said, "My aunt's sweater has 9 buttons, but her boobs are so built she can only fasten 8." Oh boy. What happened to Chippy? He pops in and out. He got stuff to do. He was on Clive. Oh yeah, we have a camera now. I didn't notice. Did she shoot Tiny Mama away, or was Tiny Mama done? You never can tell with the poofers. Chippy was here earlier. That makes sense. They had to step out. Who knows with the time change? Everything's all derped. I guess most of the biscuit heads turn back time at what, 2 a.m. So in what, 2 hours and 10 minutes, y'all get an spring forward, fall back. So we get an extra hour of sleep. Wow, even Ronnie's done already? Alright. Guess he's getting something to drink. Still don't know who moves the snake around. Like, so that is, like I've said, that is someone's little, basically, snake kitten thing, because it's constantly being fed and watered and brought to hang around. Hey, beefcake. Chillin. Still on his diet. Like, I tell him he's probably good, but he's just doing his thing. What? Let's see, anybody else? What's Ronnie doing? See if anybody walks by on the side view. She's done Mama's food. And she wonders why she's called Poofers. Oh yeah, music on Twitch. Right. One cat doesn't like that food. Some of them eat it, some of them don't. It's all different flavors. It's one of the I got a variety pack kind of thing of the big cans. They all eat some of it. Um, the dude never he doesn't often finish his Gucci food for some reason, but it gets finished because Poofers eventually finds it. Franco off to bed. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Have yourself a good evening. Sleep well, and I hope your extra hour of sleep works out for you. He needs LED eyes. They sell them with LED eyes, but I didn't really want to mess with them and do stuff. I just kind of like them chilling, simple, nothing to worry about, no modifications. I think we actually talked about that a couple years ago when I got them. I wasn't going to put LEDs in there just to keep them like simple and chill. PJ, I need to set up a trail camera, catch the cats. Oh, catch the cats doing the moving. I was actually thinking of setting up one of my Ring cameras. Um, once I fix the one, then I'll have an extra. My quote backup one will be extra again. I have to fix one of my cameras. Official dude report. Actually, lately he's really been escalating the whole flump down and like lay against me thing. Because like usually like the one video where he's like patting my arm to pet him. Generally speaking, he'll just sit there for like a half hour to an hour doing that, and I'll just pet him. Then I'll stop for a minute so he doesn't get like overstimulated. Because he's still new to being petted. Uh, but lately I've found, just like Ronnie, if I pat him on like for him, if I pet the dude on his right hip, he'll turn into my hand and then duck under my arm and then just flump over. Like he'll just fall over and just lay like into the crook of my arm, which is exactly what Ronnie used to do, but he would do it to my leg. I'd scratch his hip and he would just fall over and lay down. Eventually he just would lay down, but for probably a couple years he would just fall and then lay down. Well, the dude's kind of doing the same thing. So he's been like, I've been going to bed, I've been petting him, and he's just been flumping right on me and just going to bed with me too. So he's he still gives me the chomp chomp or the whap whap every once in a while if he's a little overstimulated. But overall, like he's doing really good. Like he's getting uh acclimated or normalized or whatever enough to getting petted, and he enjoys it so much. Like sometimes I forget that he's not quite ready. Like with any of the other cats, you know, I don't have to watch. I just pet them, do their thing, scritch them wherever, they're fine. But sometimes I forget with him, yeah, I have to kind of watch him because he puts little, warnings before he does the chomp chomp or the whap whap. So sometimes I still get overstimulate him because I'm getting a little too comfortable. But yeah, we're working it out. Either way, he's fine. Is there an actual bricks project? I did just order it's not going to be here till January, but I ordered the Back to the Future DeLorean. Pre-ordered that. I come November, I'm going to make another bigger Lego order so we can do some more Lego stuff. But until then, we're going to work on the Sterling engine and probably that other big demonstrator engine thing as well. Mr. S, you made it back. Welcome back. I saw your message that you had to go earlier. Hope everything is good. You bought an Ecto 1 too? That's Cyberlight. Yeah, that's actually on my list as well, is to get, to look for an Ecto 1 that I like. So I think there's two. I feel like, or is there three? I feel like there's a simple older style one, a more detailed older style one, and then like the newer one. I'll have to see what's available. I'll get that direct from Lego. All is well, had some friends over. All right. So you had some friends for dinner. How did you season them? Friends for dinner. A little, Chianti. Several different companies. Oh, okay. Yeah, like the off-brand Lego stuff. There's a lot of that, and I kind of feel like there might be a Necto one that's probably off-brand Lego that I might be thinking of. But either way, I do want to get a Necto, and I have to fix the Spaceballs RV because I bumped into that a few weeks ago and the wings fell off, and some of the like it kind of just broke, so I got to fix that. What's up, Josh? Welcome. Blue bricks. That's nice. What just happened here? JSS 5 gifted memberships. Fuck yeah, buddy. Appreciate that. See, E-Fault Nick Farah. Hey, there's another scumbag. Cape Pelt Alcove Electronics Workshop. Never heard of him. Cool. And, oh, Red Dwarfer. Oh, appreciate that, JSS. Thank you. And cheers to that. Was that a Hannibal reference? Yeah. Well, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal. Yeah, same thing there, Chris. That particular gentleman. What happened to the names? YouTube is working on getting away from custom usernames to prevent fraud, scamming, impersonation kind of thing. So it's all channel name now. Not all, like depending on where you go, they're slowly rolling it out to get rid of that, and it's all just channel name now. So nothing I can do, anybody can do on any of the live streams. Some have it now, some don't. They're just slowly trickling it out as they go. Like I said earlier, Kill a Mike stream yesterday, it switched over halfway through the stream. Just do blink. Like, what the fuck? Everyone, like Mike was looking, he thought maybe like something changed on his settings, but nah, it's just YouTube doing YouTube. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah. So there is that. So your best bet is to quickly go to your channel name and change it to whatever you want it to be before someone else does, because they're all going to be unique now. Or just go in like Josh's, like Josh, you could just go in and just capitalize J and capitalize H, and that would be more like your old username. Like, obviously you don't need to. We all know who you are, but update your channel name, because that's going to be what you're seeing in chat for now on as it rolls out anyway. What's up, Casper? Josh, my apologies for being late. I often work more than one stream at a time. Dude, man, don't worry about me. You stop by when you can. I'll be around. No worries to that. Booby MC Boob Master. Perfect. The Boobinator. There you go. Blue bricks. Blue bricks. Blue bricks. Let's see. Oh no, I'm thinking of Bling Bricks. Bling Bricks has the really good lighting kits. Bling Bricks. That's what I've used for the. Oh, okay, yeah. Blue Bricks online shop. Buy blocks online. Hey, Lockwatcher, they have a specific Stargate section on bluebricks.com. Just saying. All themes, cars, vehicle. Where was it? No, you're not taking my data. 20% off with code AR20. It'd be cooler if it was AR15, but anyway. Yeah, I'll keep that site in mind. Always looking for a good spot to get a good deal on that stuff. Let me get rid of that stuff. Go back to there. All right. Top of the hour. Oh, yeah. Top of the hour toast, everybody. Cheer. Oh, thank you there, C2S. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out and spending your evening with me, just chilling. Well, mostly chilling. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, I have a. I noticed now that we're past 7 o'clock. I have a typical chicken salad sandwich awaiting for, or chicken salad sub awaiting for me, with extra onions and a little bit of lettuce. Pretty good stuff. Oh, and tomatoes. And then I put Old Bay on it. Old Bay being Maryland's typical seafood seasoning stuff. They've got good self-made models. Cyberlane. All right, now I'll take a look. Like I'm always looking, trying to find somebody that does good. Vonato was okay. The only problem I had with Vonato for getting bricks was they sold me the goddamn B2 bomber, so that's kind of been like a. But besides that, they seem to be doing good. But yeah, I'm always looking for good brick sites. Stealth mode, what's up? About to cook steak and sides. What sides are you cooking there, Spiker? Because I'll tell you what, when I cook steak, the only side I might cook, if I cook a side, is a baked potato. And if you want to do a good fucking baked potato, you actually got to bake it. Keep it out of the goddamn microwave. Okay? Take your foil, take your potato, cut a slice across the top. Don't poke it, just slice across the top. Put a shitload of butter in there, and then a bunch of Montreal steak seasoning. Like we're talking 2 or 3 tablespoons per potato. Wrap it all up good and tight. Stick it in the oven for 45 minutes at 450 degrees. Or whatever, like electric oven, even an air fryer if you can get it up that hot. But you got to be able to get it up to like 450 in the oven. Cook it for 45 minutes and then flip it. When you put it in with the cut down. So all the butter can kind of sit in there, and then flip it back up, and the butter will get everywhere else. It brings the salt and the seasonings from the Montreal steak seasoning, and it does like a crust, that good crust you get at a restaurant on the skin. Then get that, and then, go from there, put lots of butter and everything else on there. Just a recommendation. That's how I do them. And they pretty much taste like steakhouse baked potatoes at that point, because you're getting that crusty, salty butter thing on the outside. Nearing 450 degrees as a European. Dear God. Yeah, what is, Alexa, what's 450 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius? Got this. Yeah, don't think too hard about it. 230 degrees Celsius. Yeah, not 4. Yeah, you don't want to, Christ, you'll probably create a fucking black hole full of plasma that breaks physics and, like, turns us all into some big potato world. So yeah, 230 Celsius, 450 Fahrenheit. Yeah, I probably should be specific. And I don't know what your minutes are in metric, but whatever metric minutes, equal 45 normal human minutes. Because you fucking biscuit heads over there, you just got to screw everything up. So yeah, 45 American minutes, and whatever that translates into metric, that's metric. Yeah. And I'm only half joking about that because I am fully fucking aware that someone I know at some point was trying to come up with an alternate time system based on fucking tens. So basically a metric time system. Like I watched something about that at some point, like, calm the fuck down. The fact that we just have to deal with time zones fucking everything up, much less now a new time system. Like, holy shit. Yeah, they're like they are like fucking prototypes of metric clocks exist. Holy shit. God. 45 minutes in Windows minutes or normal minutes? Yeah, it's that's not 45 metric minutes, not 45 fucking biscuit minutes, just 45 fucking minutes. 12, 24, 60. God, like our time is fucking stupid. Like seconds and minutes and nothing's the fucking same, and it's, I don't know. At least you can't blame America on that. Yeah, like we'll take, well, actually, you can't really blame America for inches either, because that was what, is that George? Is that King George that started the foot that was based on his big ass fucking foot? So that's Biscuit Head's fault too. Just so you know, like, all that's just fucking Biscuit Head fault. All this fucked up shit, it's all Biscuity. And then Julius Caesar fucked with months because he had to be fucking woo. So that's why we got July. And then Augustus, you know, he needed to be fucking popular too. So that's why we got August. Like, so many of them fucking things are named after people that thought they were that fucking special, but I guess they were because we're still using them. How the fuck did we go? Oh, right. Yeah, Celsius. Heat it to 770 degrees Celsius so your oven isn't magnetic any longer. Your oven won't be much any longer there, default. God, my suppressor's not even rated. Isn't that when titanium, that's when titanium starts to get soft, roughly, isn't it? Or is that just over 800? Because I had to learn that because of the suppressors, or both my suppressors. I do have my second oppressor finally got approved, by the way. It should be here shortly. But both of them are 100% titanium. What temp does titanium get soft? Titanium begins, oh, wow, far beyond, way lower than that. When heated at above approximately 430 to 540 degrees Celsius. Oh, I was thinking of Fahrenheit. Yeah, 800 degrees Fahrenheit. No, yeah, 870 degrees Celsius. That's going to give everybody a fucking tan. July and August are great months. Haha. Yeah, they have to be. A minute of ducking. Yeah. 10 hours a day with the metric time. Yep. Like, minutes are different. Everything's fucking weird. Woo. Hey, Trish Guitar's back. With a raid. Same as last week. Awesome. Welcome, everybody, from Trish's channel, and thank you. Hope your stream went well today. I watched a couple nights ago. I was trying to watch while doing dinner stuff. Need to try and watch a little more often. Because you usually go from about 4:30 to about 7 o'clock my time. And for those that want, like, she's a cool little lady, does her thing. I'm pretty sure she's Russian or Russian-ish. And she streams every day on Twitch. So check her out. There she is. How are you doing? I am doing okay. Did your stream go okay? I got a little highlight there. Oh, why is the color palette different on that? I gotta fix the color palette on that. But yeah, check her out. She is North Korean. Nah, she's definitely not North Korean. But either way, the voice is awesome. I always love people with a good voice. But cheers, Trish. Appreciate it. Again. Let's see, where are we at here? It is 7:10. We still got a while. Shit, I forget what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about metric time and emperors, kings. How weird stuff has been influenced by people. My identity is a secret. Well, excellent. Well, I can kind of tell because since you wear the mask, and like I get that. I've seen various streamers that do that, and like, honestly, being a realist, it's not a bad idea if you're a female streamer to maybe kind of hide some of your identity at least, because you guys, you gals are the ones that typically get targeted, which is stupid, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That's a Lego Christmas tree. Yeah, it's right behind the chat. And that's the Lego British phone booth. So it's about as close as you're going to get to a Doctor Who phone booth thing. Yeah, there's that. I still got to bring up this. That's part, I think, up there. So this is my tool section, because this used to never be seen because you saw everything over there. But I think up here, since that's kind of a big section, once I get my shelves up right there, I think that is going to be where the sun, moon, weird word thing, yeah, where they go around each other. I think that's where we'll put the Lego one of that up there, because that's a pretty big spot. Our Sterling engines are going to go over here, and we'll figure out what we're going to do with that box if I can get that starter working and actually get the damn engine running, which would be TARDIS. That's it, TARDIS. Yes, I mean, I don't know. Is that pretty close to a TARDIS? Isn't that basically what that was? The only really red phone booths I've seen were in Danger Mouse. Awesome cartoon from back in the day if you haven't ever seen it. Recommend giving it a chance. It's a low-key comedy chill thing, but it was pretty funny. Danger Mouse. Dude, I have the eBay special full DVD collection of someone that basically burned a shitload of discs with that old what was that called? Color Scribe? Was that what that was? Where you could burn an image onto the CD? Oh my god, that was the pirate's wet dream back in the day. You could actually print stuff on a CD or a DVD to make it look, quote, authentic. But yeah, my whole Danger Mouse pack is all of those. Light Scribe, that's it, Light Scribe. Cyberlight's got it. Rasher, good night. It's just after midnight here in Ireland. Good night, Rasher. Get some sleep, buddy. It's a nice Christmas tree with look. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's got one of the brick bling kits, lighting kits on it. That's got a brick bling kit on it. That's got a brick bling kit on it. That's got some other kit on it that was okay. Like it's a good kit, but it's not brick bling quality. I don't think that has lights on it. I don't think we put lights on the Apollo rover. But yeah, if the brick bling kits are fucking on point for Lego lighting kits. Appreciate the follow there. Let's see. Almost looks like Zycon. But cheers to that. Light Scribe seemed cool, but wasn't worth the time to me, says C2S. Yeah, I never used it. Those things, I seem to remember them being like $3, $4, $5 a disc to be able to burn a picture on it, at least when it first came out. And I'm like, yeah, no, I got Sharpies, man. I just write that shit on there. Like, that's why I always had Sharpies. I still always have Sharpies. I got right around in there is one of them big monster Sharpies. Oh, that's not even my biggest. Where's the super big Sharpie? I know somewhere I got one of them ones that's almost an inch thick. It's a fucking Mondo Sharpie. That sharpens everything. What's up, Alcove? Welcome to the stream. That is done. That's fine. Still kind of thirsty. A genuine CD was $5. Yeah, I remember that price being a little, yeah, not worth it. I mean, at that point, I almost feel like they priced them out that way so that you were like, well, I might as well just get the real thing if I'm going to end up paying that much to make it look like the real thing. But wasn't very clear either. Yeah, I don't remember them being like great quality. Cyberlight says you had to burn them twice to get a decent image. Yeah, I never thought about that. Because, I mean, I would assume that it's going to spin the disc and pick an index point, at the beginning of whatever, the first track. So I would assume it would use an index just so it always started in the same spot, do its thing, and then if you put it in again, it would just go right back to that index. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. A thick Rolf Harris marker. What is a Rolf Harris marker? Rolf Harris marker. No idea. Does anyone remember a kid's show with Rolf Harris where he drew pictures with a black marker? No idea. Is that an Australian thing? I'm seeing various reference to Australia on that. Ask Gemini? No, thank you. Gemini, I don't use Gemini anymore because now that I'm like, you know, got the firearms hobby thing going on, and Gemini will not tell you information, anything regarding firearms. But everybody else, even Alexa, will like tell me firearm related stuff. But I mostly just use ChatGTP for sorting out various stuff, but always double check what they tell you. Double check, because they might be wrong. Rolf's Cartoon Club. C2S, I still have the drive and the discs. Not much use now. Yeah, not really. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Wasn't that about discs? Yeah, basically there, Fama. You got that right. The index is on the disc itself on the inside ring. Okay, yeah, for indexing, I guess. Yeah. Pancake Man. To Frank, scientific devices such as the lunar rover need blinky lights to look more sciency. Large computers and labs are the same way. Blinky lights are credibility, or as credibility. Yeah, blinky lights on scientific devices are basically the yellow racing stripes of the automotive world. Basically the same thing. Add more blink, more. See, and it's a little easier to link them because on scientific-y, computery stuff, blink is bling. And they sound it. Bling, blink, blink, bling, bling, blinky, blinky, bling, bling, blinky, bling, 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 blinky, blinky, bling, blinky, blink, blink, bling. Those are the same. Whereas on cars, it's just yellow racing stripes. So just keep that in mind. Autocorrect is all over the place today. Autocorrect is always all over the place today, especially when they update it and they don't tell you. And then all the stuff you're used to, like it up, like predicting, especially you're used to like going to the predictive stuff, and then they update it, and suddenly you sound like you just smoked a fucking like 5 bowls of crack, did some meth, injected some heroin, and then tried to like do science. Speaking of science, when the BBC Rolf Hair, oh BBC, okay, they were. I'm guessing there's just more than one Rolf Harris in the world. That would seem feasible. Paul Norman, if you have the YouTube app, you can go tap it, and then tap on your profile, then select the pencil, and your names should show up. Yeah, everyone trying to sort out this whole situation with the user or channel name thing. Meanwhile, everyone on Twitch is like, what's the fucking problem here? Just in case you didn't know, on Twitch, YouTube is getting away with chat usernames and going specifically to channel names, which, I mean, that's basically what Twitch does too. Twitch just lets you change your name a little more often. So that's why you're seeing all these ats and weird shit on the YouTube side of chat, like over here, like, you know, that at symbol, and, you know, anything red's going to have an at symbol now. Which I suppose there'll probably be an update at some point to strip the at symbol out of the multi-chat, because it's kind of redundant if it's always going to be on YouTube from now on. What are the Twitch points for? If you click on the bottom where there's probably numbers, there's little things you can do in Twitch chat to like highlight your message, or like send little things up the screen, or make big emojis in chat. And there's ones that you can either like buy with bits, or ones that you can just like cash in for free. Like, god damn it. Like that one that C2S just cashed in for like 5,000-ish points is Helium Voice. Oh no. Oh, and Cyberlight, everyone stretch. All right, so we're going to stretch to the Helium Voice for
about a minute. All right. Give it a stretch, everybody. You know you've been sitting there for too long. Feel free to crack your knuckles. It's been scientifically proven that it doesn't actually hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Here's your doggy daddy. Alright. Alright. Just settle in here. Let's grab that. Move that. That's over there. Okay. I was playing with the settings, and you can't start your handle with an underscore. Oh, you got some grandfathered shit in there, Default. It almost might be worth keeping. Keep it for everybody. Will there be a low pitch option? Yeah, actually, I was gonna do that. I forgot to do that. But yeah, I can add a low pitch option as well, I suppose. I mean, as far as I know, my voice is pretty low anyway. But a little extra wouldn't hurt. Let's see, when was that cast in? 1 minute ago. Okay, so not just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Don't worry. Scientists have invented a robotic wash basin that shows up at your house, knocks on your door, and it stalls itself. Let that sink in. Hexafluoride voice. Yes, yes. Silly, that's what we were talking about, what, 2 weeks? Last week? 2 weeks ago? Something like that. Anyway, I would say it's been about a minute.
So we can go on over here. Yeah, I guess I'll get one set up for this voice as well. You're listening to the smooth sounds of Scrufdog's ballsack.
Alright, there we go. Someone gave a tip. Yeah, I got that. Oh, wait, what? Oh, shit. JSS with a $10 tippy, actual tip. Thanks, Scruff. Well, thanks you, JSS. How the hell did more than one thing? No, it didn't pop at the same time. Did it make noise? It should have made noise. Oh, shit, I'm sorry I missed that there, JSS. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. That, at this point, just anything that comes in through the donate tip thing through PayPal is pretty much help funding the Twitch music. Because to avoid PayPal withdrawal fees, I've always had my Spotify pay through PayPal just to make sure there's always something happening on my PayPal account. So now it just takes it out of that, which kind of works. And then I can recalculate what I owe the channel and all that shit without having to worry about PayPal fees. So yeah, that works. Thank you. I'll have to see, make sure it should be working. It was probably there. I probably just missed it. Sounds like Chef's Chocolate Balls song. Ooh, stuck on my chocolate salty balls. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth and suck them. Boop, 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 boop. That was a fucking great CD. I haven't watched South Park in kind of a long, like, actually watched it in a really long time. What are they up to now? Like season 300? I mean, I know there's a few seasons behind The Simpsons, but they're trying. Yeah, and I know South Park's going to cheer once The Simpsons stop doing cartoons, because then they'll finally be able to catch up with them. Made a sound, missed it, and a pop-up. Okay, so I just totally missed that shit. Okay. Jack Attack says, I asked the captain whether he measures the speed of his boat in miles per hour. He said, more often than not. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. See, I don't give a warning when I do that surprise tip. Yeah. Oh, and there's the tip thing there. Yeah, I actually added in there, like, parentheses PayPal, because people have asked specifically for PayPal donation links, and turns out that's the best way. Because there's nothing coming out of that. Everything through Twitch and PayPal has their cut and then the fucking government cut. But anything through Stream Elements and PayPal, like, it's almost, I lose almost none of it. South Park, Flimgobs is South Park is 100% attacking Trump since they smited him. Oh, of course they are. I mean, he's the easy target right now, especially in America. Half the people don't like him. Half the people do like him. And then inside of that, you got people that want to like him, but they don't want to like him because, well, they're a fucking Republican, so they're supposed to like him, but they see what he's doing, so they don't really like him. He just needs to go away. But that's going to be pretty difficult to do in 2 years. 2 years and 3 months. Because, he's going to do some fucking modification to the law that he can stay in office. Or not even modify, just fucking stricken laws. Or completely ignore them. That's the other thing he does. But, yeah. Pardon? JSS, did you hear about this bill that was passed? New cars sold in the U.S. will be required to have passive alcohol detection systems to prevent drunk driving. I don't know. Like, as someone who used to drink and drive when I was younger, like way younger, and I can look back now and go, no, you weren't okay to drive. I don't know. I feel like most of the people that are going to be angry about that are going to be people that drink and drive, obviously. Besides that, my concern would be how good is it at sorting out cleaners with alcohol in them? Like, basically discerning ethanol from methanol. And could it be defeated just by putting the fucking windows down? Yeah, and then when it breaks, you're going to fart and it's going to fucking shut your car off. I understand the point behind it. I guess it would depend on how it's being implemented. I don't know. The problem is it's just another fucking point of failure. That's all innovation is nowadays, is adding more points of failure to a system, whatever system it is. That just let someone start the car. Well, that's part of the passive part, Mr. S. If they're saying it's a passive sensor, then it most likely, 5 minutes into driving, if it starts smelling a lot of alcohol, I guess, in your area, then it may shut the car off. Which also brings up the fact that if you're in a little car and you're the designated driver and you got a bunch of drunk fucks fucking slammed sitting in the car, is it going to overwhelm that sensor? And then shut the car off when you have a goddamn, stone cold sober fucking designated driver. Yeah, I don't know. That all depends on how it's implemented. I can clean my car with windows as alcove, absolutely. Like, there's a lot of weird chemicals that get used in cars that have scents to them that may or may not have alcohol, that may even, like, fuck the sensor up, confuse the sensor. Kind of depends on where these passive sensors are. Honestly, because like I said, that makes it sound like it sniffs the air, and if you got 5 drunk fucks and 1 sober guy driving, that's not going to work out right. Make it misrested, just let someone start the car. Well, that's what the active ones, that's what the drunkies do. They'll go find the person that's not drinking, and they'll blow through the thing. And then when a car starts, then they get in, they drive, they just make sure they don't turn the car off before they get home. Flimgop, can we go back to 1990? Yeah, actually, let's go 1981 or earlier. Let's just get rid of OBD and mandatory onboard computer emission systems altogether. United States, 1982 was the first year mandated for OBD1 to help monitor emissions with your oxygen sensor, basically. Basically, 1982 said you have to have an oxygen sensor. Make it work. And then 96 was the first year mandated for OBD2, which is just crazy emissions. And that basically the summary of 96 was like, all right, cool. Well, now we need a second O2 sensor so you can monitor your catalytic converter. That was really, when you look at all the bullshit, OBD1 was basically add an O2 sensor. OBD2 was, okay, add a second one. That's basically what it boils down to. But with those added, sensors, you add more sensors, and then you can figure out more stuff. And yeah, you can do better with emissions and fuel economy, but pretty much that's all it was. OBD1, one sensor. OBD2, two sensors. Pre-81, fucking just let's go and just roll with it. I'm okay with OBD1. That's what my pickup truck has. Like, that's fine because it's easy to work with. There's a limited amount of sensors, and you can fake that shit out easy as hell. It doesn't give a fuck. As long as it sees something, it's like, good enough. OBD2 is a fucking nightmare. Frank says OBD2 did standardize the plug for connection to the car's computer system. Before that, each manufacturer. Yeah, I get that. Like, obviously, with the new introduction of onboard diagnostics version 2, the standardization, obviously there was lots of other good things with that, but I just kind of see it as one and one or the other. But yeah, before OBD2, it was interesting. You walk up to a car, you never know what the fuck you were going to find for a plug. And every plug had 8 million holes, but 6 or 7 of them were filled. So you were like, well, why is all this extra shit here? Like, is this for future use that never got used and all that? And see, you could do the Ford wiggle jiggle test, which was funny. It was an actual thing. You put it into a mode and you just wiggled harnesses and it would let you know if something faulted out. Not bad. Worked great. Don't really have that anymore. Nothing that specifically looks. You got to wiggle it, hope it faults out. Wiggle it again, hope it faults out. Wiggle it again and hope it faults out again so that it'll actually set the code kind of deal. But yeah, it's every year is just more and more points of failure added to try and get those emissions perfect. That's fucking ridiculous. I don't know. Hit the mic emoji below my keyboard and completely cut the sound, says Falmont. Yeah, that's probably not the best thing to do. Naismith, OBD3, stick a sensor up the driver. That's probably that's basically it. That's where we're at, Naismith. That's if they're mandating breathalyzers, then yes, that is your third fucking oxygen sensor, the one that goes in your face. So yeah, OBD3 will be, if it mandates breathalyzer, then yes, that the third sensor would be the one that they're now putting in your face, in your mouth. I mean, you got to figure it. I mean, look at it this way. It's all fucking big budget, big money people that are fucking ripping us off. They're either going to fucking stick it in our ass and fuck us, or they're going to fucking stick it down our throat and fuck us. So either way, they're filling holes. That's all they want to do. They just want to fill the fucking holes. Flat cat. I have not seen a flat cat yet. Did anyone share any pet pictures? Yes, we did. Actually, let's see. Matilda had a bunch of kitty cats from it looked like a cat cafe kind of setup, or they just have a lot of cats. But I see one of them's in a business thing, and I see cat on the thing. Let's see, broken phone screens. One cat watching TV, pancakes, and pot. Kitty in jail picture. Yeah, we had some decent amount of pictures. Had the Jubinator. Had a spider web in a laptop. No flat cat tonight. That is all right. Sometimes we gotta take a day off, like I did on Wednesday. So that is just fine, Zaps. I won't ban you tonight. Next week, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, that's fine. Flat cat's on vacation, folks. He's getting his tail groomed. And that, that takes a while, like we know how long his tail is. So he's just out getting his tail groomed and touched up a little bit, getting ready for Halloween. Which, yeah, actually next week, I guess, what are we, day after Halloween? Yeah, it'll be November 1st. So it'll be the day after Halloween. Not that there's really much to do on Halloween here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out something. If Russians pronounce B's as V's, then so be it. Oh my God. Lately, my boss has been touching me inappropriately several times a day. I want to file a complaint, but then I realized I can't because I'm self-employed. Some manufacturers are using alcohol sensors on the steering wheel to detect alcohol from your skin. And the problem with that is a big fucking percentage of your fucking hand creams and skin moisturizers contain alcohol. Dun, dun, dun. There's another fucked up one. Another thing that can fuck them up. And if that coating's thick enough, like sometimes they, like I've used that stuff because like sometimes my hands get fucked up from work, and sometimes you put it on there, quote thick, not actually a coating, but sometimes you just use a little bit just to touch it up, and sometimes you use enough of it you can just feel it on there. Like, yeah, now you're going to have. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, if you just put gloves on, like if it's on the steering wheel, that just means you're just going to see a big fucking surge in fucking glove sales. Like, I mean, I got 2 boxes right there, like for using around the house. I got a box in there. I got 2 boxes downstairs. I don't have any in the bedroom because I don't get that freaky with myself at the moment. And of course, I got tons of them at work. But yeah, wearing gloves. There's that would be a way around that. Now that would be a way to defeat it. Yeah. So if they're putting it on steering wheels, wear gloves. If it's in the air and it's ambient pickup, then you better keep your fucking windows down so all your drunk buddies don't have it messed up. Yeah, hand sanitizer. Like I have hand sanitizer over there that has like moisturizing shit or whatever in it. But the flip side of that is, the moisturizing stuff also has alcohol in it. So what if you have a cut on your hand that you just cleaned? Maybe there's still a little alcohol venting off through your bandage. I don't know. Good Lord. And Chris has it right there. All these dumb implementations just so people don't need to use common sense. Yeah, that's it right there. Because remember, in society, at this point, we're doing everything we can to protect the weak. And when I say that, I don't mean people that are having a bad spot in life and are working to pick themselves up. I mean, we protect the people that have no fucking common sense. They don't think about any fucking thing, much less about themselves or others. Like, our laws are based on the orange cats of the world, basically. All the single brain cells. That's what most of our laws are based on. Protecting the single cell organisms that somehow still breathe and swap oxygen and live in houses. Is the music volume very low? It might be. I was messing with it. Oh, it is. Okay, now it's back to normal. Good call. Who was that? Thank you, Mr. S. Yeah, it was down a little bit. So sigh to a T. Yeah. Oh, boy. Rent a ghost. I don't know that there's big business for ghost rental at the moment, Mr. A Cake, but if you can sort something out, maybe we can talk, Doesn't make sense to implement this stuff now. Alcohol consumption is going down. Yeah. A lot of places it's going down, and a lot of places it's, yeah, I don't know. another thing you need to remember is back in the day, an engineer could design something fucking fascinating and amazing and kind of live the rest of their life living off of the profits of that invention and supporting it for the rest of like that invention's life or whatever. But now we demand innovation, which is why every 3 to 4 years cars change, engines change, features are added, features are taken away, features are mandated. Because now building something good enough isn't good enough. You need to justify your job as an engineer by changing things and then coming up with a reason why that's better than the previous version you did. Software engineers, some of you I know are coders, same thing. You have to constantly do innovations to change things that were perfectly fucking fine before. And all you're doing is most times just changing the shape of things. Solid design is no longer appreciated. You have to constantly evolve and innovate. And so it's how the hell did I get on this? But yeah, you know, everything's going to change no matter how good it is. The Wizard 42, if you make something idiot proof, they just end up making a better idiot. That's, I literally say that like almost every day at work. Because let me fucking tell you, they can add all the fucking dumb features, help you do this, stop for you, steer for you, a little bit features on all these forklifts to assist the operators. But all they're doing is teaching operators to be even fucking worse than they already are. Not every operator on a forklift sucks, but the ones that do suck, boy, are they a fucking a cranial vacuum. And like I said, that fucking Amazon I was working at, people were complaining when the forklifts weren't stopping for them at the stop sign. They would drive through them and go, hey, it didn't stop. Did you ever think just to, I don't know, let off the fucking throttle? But no. I mean, obviously, we want the systems to work. But when their excuse is, it didn't stop me, so I just kept going. Like, this is what we're training these fucking people to do by adding systems that break for them at stop signs. And instead of it being there as a backup, now they just use it as a fucking necessity. Because, like, Amazon is basically your fucking new McJob. It's where you go when no one else will hire you because Amazon will always hire an operator. Now, within those operators, you have good ones, you have bad ones, you have ones that will progress out of being the fucking of Amazon. But no, like, there are some people that I've seen at Amazon that I am absolutely amazed that they know how to put clothes on. There are people I've seen when I was working at various, like I've worked at more than one, like I'm amazed that they remember to breathe. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything, but fucking some people are just fucking stupid. Like, let's just face it, there's a lot of us. Some of us are smart, some of us are average, some of us are just fucking dumb. And there was a pretty good concentration of them at Amazon. Just saying. But yeah, no, with all this extra bullshit that has been getting added to like forklifts and cars and all this, like you're just building better idiots. Like you are building the better idiot yourself by taking more and more responsibility away from them. Right now, if you want to talk movies, we are in the age of idiocracy. The movie Idiocracy. That is the age we are now entering. Pretty soon, we're going to enter the age of WALL-E. Like that movie, little robot. Look at the people in WALL-E. That's where we're going. We are currently in Idiocracy. Eventually, we'll be in Star Trek. And then we'll be in fucking WALL-E. And we may get to WALL-E before we get to Star Trek. Hate to tell you there, musky busky. But we may not fucking make it to Mars before we're all a bunch of just lazy fucks that just literally sit around and get bigger and bigger and bigger and can't even get the fuck up out of a chair. Fuck. Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. Like, the population in general is getting dumber and dumber. But luckily, we have channels like this where, like, it's a pretty good collection of some of the smarter people that are around. Thankfully. God damn. Cove, you're out. Off to get some sleep. See you all on Wednesday. Well, you have a good weekend. Get some sleep. No cartwheels tonight. I'm going to call it. I'm banning cartwheels tonight. Okay? Tomorrow, fine. But no cartwheels tonight. Mr. S says we won't make it to Star Trek. Yeah, that's kind of hopeful. That's really hopeful. Because at least if we get to Star Trek, we can just like go somewhere else and leave the fucking morons behind. But we'll see. Oh boy. Eat shit, laugh. Eat shit, laugh. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. It's not like there's going to be an MMA fight at the White House. Yeah, I'm sure I can. I really feel like at some point we're literally going to have exactly that at the fucking White House. Yeah, pretty sure. We've got 200 years to Star Trek. Well, we ain't going to make it 200 years before we get to fucking Wally World, so that could be a problem. It's the dumbing down of America. 100% JSS. Exactly what it is. Dupe everybody, make everybody dumber, make everyone believe whatever the fuck you want them to. Carve media and social media. You know, it's really easy for these algorithms to pick up what you want to see, not what you need to see. Like literally, I think that's what's going on with a friend of mine. And I'll just go ahead and specifically point out the subject. It shouldn't necessarily, like, you're not going to figure out whatever. But anyway, they were speaking about the 3-Eye Atlas comet, maybe spaceship, maybe space probe thing. You know, the object that's been in the news with the tail is everything's just weird about it. Like it is beyond our. Most of it seems to be somewhat beyond our known knowledge of physics, outer space stuff, and whatever. And this thing's just zinging through our solar system. Well, they had commented on that how there hasn't been any information. The photos have been doctored, and every time something comes out, it suddenly disappears. And I'm listening to this, knowing that I can just open my phone and go to my, whatever the hell you call it, my little news feed all the way on the left. And I'm getting all kinds of pictures, all kinds of videos, detailed information from like accredited scientists. Like stuff like that, like it's all there. And I think the reason that they feel that there's a conspiracy going on is because that's what social media, that's what the algorithms, oh, well, you watch a lot of conspiracy stuff, so now you're not going to see the facts. You're only going to see conspiracy stuff about things. And I think that is something that really actually amps up a lot of conspiracy theorists, is that once these algorithms know that's what you want, that's all they're going to show you. And it's going to get harder and harder to find credible information once you get into that ethos, I guess we'll call it. So yeah, that's basically how social media, and it's not that they necessarily always want us to dumb us down. They just know that the dumb stuff, the conspiracy stuff, the stuff to get you fired up for no reason, well, that's what makes money. And we know that's it. Their feed is censored. Basically, they've kind of self-censored it a little bit because they never went to the factual stuff. They went to the exciting conspiracy stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? Cyberlate, if Voyager passes by Earth in my lifetime, that's news. If that thing were to suddenly turn around and come home after almost 50 years, that would be news. Yeah, that would be really weird news. That would be like, what happened there? You're already back? Weren't you just 50? Was it? How many billions a month? I feel like 15. How far away is Voyager 1? Yeah, 15. Yeah, okay. Voyager 1 is over 15 billion miles away from Earth. Oh, yeah, and it just pass the 24-hour transmitter thing? Like it basically just got to being, I guess, what, one light day away from Earth? If I'm not mistaken, that was very recent, past month or two, or it's getting ready to happen. But am I a Rush fan? Yes, I have been a Rush fan since I was a kid. Favorite song is Red Barchetta. Didn't that happen in a movie? I think so. I think there was a movie where like Voyager, one of the Voyagers just like appeared back at Earth or something like that. It's still functioning and sending back data is the amazing thing. Yeah, and the whole fact that not only is it functioning and sending them back data, every time they fix it at this point, they send the command, one command, and they have to wait 2 days to see if it worked. Because it's a day to it. It does whatever it's going to do, and then you wait to see if it sends something back. And we're talking, obviously, some old school 1977 fucking technology. It was one of the Star Trek movies. Yeah, it was a Star Trek movie. They like found it or it came back or yeah, it was something with Star Trek. There, Phasma. Yeah. That's right. That is right. TikTok Rapture. Yeah, kinda, yeah. Oh. Yeah, Viger pops back in a couple of 100 years. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, but I haven't watched Star Trek movies in years, like the original ones. Like the last Star Trek movie I watched was the first one of the new. Maybe I watched the second one, but like the reboot of it with Christopher Pine as Kirk. I watched the first two of those. I think there's a couple more, but I don't remember. Oh wow, we're almost at the end here. 6 more minutes till the end of the show, folks. Not bad. Wasn't sure if I'd have enough to talk about with all the everything that's been going on this week, but it worked out. And it's good just to obviously just to talk to people too. The next generation crew got very old. Yeah, well, they kind of started out not exactly as young bucks there. And they never did have all the I guess generations, like the different ethos or different time periods or whatever the hell you want to classify the different Star Trek TV shows. Have they all had their own movies, or did they kind of skip the movie on some of them? Because I feel like a bunch of the newer ones never actually got a movie. But there was also a time period for a while where I really wasn't paying attention to any movies. Zap says, I highly recommend Star Trek Beyond. It's like a traditional Star Trek episode. Okay. He's Star Trek. Star Trek. The person merged Meager himself with Voyager 1. Okay. I think you're right. TOS and TNG had their own movies. Yeah, I feel like some of them, Deep Space. Yeah, Deep Space got screwed except for Worf. Yeah, I feel like they didn't all get one. But I feel like the TV shows all did pretty well. I'm really disappointed that there doesn't seem like there's going to be any more what was the one with McFarlane in it, the Family Guy guy, the God, I speed watched that whole thing in like a week. I don't know. The one that was one that was once described. Yeah, the Orville. The Orville. Yeah, that there were people saying when that thing was actually running, they were saying that was the best current Star Trek series going, even though obviously it wasn't Star Trek. But yeah, the Orville was awesome. I thought that was the only thing I had a problem with the Orville was for the first few episodes. I was waiting for the catch line because just hearing that voice, like Seth MacFarlane's voice, like I'm waiting for the joke, but there were still jokes in there, but like it was a different style, and I had to get used to that because I'm just used to like Family Guy, fucking Cleveland Show, like just goofy ass shit like that. But I do think that was great. 7 of 9. Everybody's on 7 of 9. Yeah, obviously she was hot. Everybody always, you always got to bring up 7 of 9. I think that's going to be one of them Star Trek lores. I think she's more popular than any version of the green chick. Because, you know, the green chick always got banged by Kurt. Okay. But 7 of 9, you got to see her every week. It was a pretty good one. Subtlety from Seth MacFarlane is not expected, right? Yeah, he slipped some of the good jokes in there, very subtly, kind of thing here and there. But nah, it was a fucking great series. DS9 was a good one, or Deep Space Nine was a good one, and it got quite screwed. Did it? I thought Deep Space Nine was really good. Oh, I'm sorry, not good. I never watched it too much, but really popular. I know a lot of Trekkies at the time were always talking about it. Cheers, prayers, raise a glass to. Huh? I mean, the stepmom? Yeah, we'll do that at 8. Except Weasley. Oh, I remember Weasley. Hey, he was alright. I find it interesting that for a long time he kind of just became a meme. The other one was Voyager. So, Star Trek Voyage. That? I have no idea who was in that one. I don't know that I watched that ever. Multiple reports claiming Sting has been kidnapped. The police still have no lead. Oh boy. Cyberlight, I get both enterprises. I've got both enterprises on my kitchen cabinets. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to once Lego finally releases their Star Trek line, I am hoping to get 1701 something. I'd love to have an A. Or whatever. Like I'll see whatever they got in the hopefully they'll have a big build. And then we can finally hang that from the ceiling and have it shoot down the B-2 bomber. On Blue Bricks, okay. Yeah, I have to check out Blue Bricks. It's especially nice when you find the brick sites that have specific themes separated out, like all the way down to specific movies, TV shows, stuff like that. That's always good. No longer sold. Okay. Well, either way, I'll see what they got. Voyager didn't have any movies either, and it was master directed tape. So the DVD quality version you get is all you'll ever get. They don't have the film. They cannot rescan it to a higher resolution. Wow, that was like the quote redheaded stepchild of Star Trek, huh? Who was the captain? Like, what was the actor that played like the captain or the Focus on Voyager? That sounds horrible. That sounds like, you know, fucking the Land Before Time, like 15, you know, they just made it. Kate Mulgrew, never heard of her. What was the character's name? Captain or Admiral or whatever. Kate Mulgrew. Let me see, what does she look like? Kate. See if she is familiar. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I know. I'm familiar with her. Okay. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I never watched that one. Yeah, Janeway. Okay, yeah. No, I never actually watched that one. at all. But no, I remember. It's like I remember seeing it, hearing of her, and like I feel like she pops up in the occasional meme as well. But no, okay, I got it. Top of the hour toast. Because as Fama mentioned, we'll go ahead. We'll do one more toast to my stepmom for the speedy recovery after her surgery, and hope fucking cancer will just fuck off and stay away this time and not come back. So anyway, cheers to that, and appreciate everybody hanging out and your support the channel, support when this is going on and all that. So cheers. JSS says, in the series Picard, we found out 7 of 9 was bisexual. Oh boy, that fired up everybody too. That made some of the people even more attracted to her, and I'm sure that just pissed off a lot of other people. That's great. We lost June Lockhart this week, the original mom from Lost in Space. Oh, really? Well, I remember her. Well, hell, let's do another one to her. Cheers to June Lockhart. That's a shame she left. I remember that was a good show. She was a good person. If I remember right. Oh yeah, I was worried I was gonna run out. We have I think like just enough in there. Then I'm not gonna have to go out tomorrow, which is even better because that'll give me more time to get us into part 2 of Surrounded. Who is bisexual? Captain Janeway. Or no, I'm not Captain Janeway. 7 of 9. Whatever her name was. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Kate Mulgrew is. I don't know. But I don't know otherwise, one way or the other. My stepmom, Jonas. My biological mother was a piece of shit who passed away few years. Wow, how long ago was that? Like 3 or 4 years? 3 years ago, I think it was. It's whatever. I'm fucking glad that happened. But now my stepmom is actually cool, so like super cool. So anyway, I guess we kill it here at 5 after. It's about a minute and a half. See, anything else to go over? Let's see. Wednesday we'll start work. We'll start or finish or whatever. We'll see if this Sterling engine fucking works, and we'll go from there. As the last few pieces of the AR10 / LR308, whatever you want to call it, DPMS Gen 1. When those show up, then, like I said, we'll do that Discord stream. And what I'm going to do, in case people want to watch, is I'm going to start a YouTube and Twitch stream for like 5-10 minutes. Let everybody know to come to Discord and go from there. And for those that don't know about Discord, like voice chat, which is where the channel it would be happening in, you don't have to turn your video on. You don't have to turn your microphone on. Like, you can just sit, chill, watch. I'll have a text channel set up for those that would feel more comfortable with a text, and I'll be reading that channel as well. But whoever's in there can talk during that stream. So that'll be the thing I'll remind you as well. If you're joining on you won't be on YouTube or Twitch, but you'll be able to like talk to me and ask questions if you want on Discord, in chat, text chat, or voice chat. It's, like, I don't require people to, if I'm doing an advertised stream, I don't require people to have to turn that stuff on if they're not comfortable. You can just sit there and lurk and watch and chill and do your thing. But yeah, I'll remind everybody of that in a few weeks when that goes down. Dinner tonight, that is the chicken salad sub with onions. Will it be a video? I'm going to record it, but I won't be able to upload it to YouTube or Twitch because you can't even upload videos of assembling a firearm. So I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with it, but I am going to record it in case I can upload it somewhere. Eventually. But yeah, there won't even be an upload of it. It'll be like that 5-minute live stream, 5-10 minute live stream on both Twitch and YouTube, and then those will end, and then people will be, at least a few people I'm sure will be in in Discord. It'll be on a Sunday. So I'm hoping Ed will have time, maybe kill a mic as well in case I get hung up on something. I don't know that I will. I'm feeling pretty fucking confident that I can put a rifle together from nothing but bits and pieces, but never hurts to have other people around. So, but yeah, that'll be 3 or 4 Sundays from now, I'm guessing. We'll see how long it takes for all the pieces to get here, because as soon as they fucking get here, we're going to be doing it that Sunday. But yeah, I'll let you know as things happen. So, one final little toast, and then we're calling it a stream. So, cheers, everybody. Again, appreciate you hanging out. I don't think Zenzinger wants to be shot, and plus he'll be on Discord, not here, and it's not that long range. I'd need like a small missile for that to hit Zen from here. But anyway, I'm going to call it a stream. I appreciate everybody hanging out. If anybody's still here from Trish's raid, I appreciate you hanging out. I'm here every week. And can I record the sub eating? Not really. I'll be honest with that. It's so messy. I just fork and knife it, just because it's just messy and hugely overstuffed. But no, I'm good with that. If I'm not cooking it, then I'm not going to bother recording it unless it's something fantastic. Oh, hold on. What's the dude up to? He's waiting for me to like go to bed. Can I get that? Yeah. So he's waiting for me to go to bed. Even though I'm sure he can hear I'm in this room. That's him and Poofers are always trying to. Oh, okay. Maybe he does hear me. Oh, checking out the living room. He's getting a little braver. He still doesn't like Ronnie, but he's getting used to him. Ish. But anyway. All right. There's your dude report. So I'm going to be out of here. I'll hopefully stream tomorrow. I'm going to try and do a couple of chores tonight, so I have less to do tomorrow, which will make it much more likely. And I really want to get part 2 of Surrounded out, because like we started, so we gotta get through it, and it's a fucking great game. So anyway, I'll call it there. Appreciate everybody hanging out, and I will see you next time. So be groovy to each other. And I will see you. Wow. Sorry, I got 100 things on my brain right now. Let's try that again. So, be groovy to each other, and I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.